Well, hello there. You've all heard of carbon offsets, but I'm talking here about cider offsets, something that I've had the thought about for some time, and I wondered how I can mitigate the effects of cider on my body. The fact of the matter is, you need to do a bit of exercise, apparently. I don't like walking. I don't like hiking, mountaineering. I don't play sport, but I do like a little bit of gardening. And so that's how I get my exercise, or that's what I call my cider credits, in the hope that they'll make me last a bit longer, approaching now the middle of my 70s. Anyway, this is what I've been up to, and it's the old tradition of earthing up potatoes. That's been my exercise this morning. This is the beast. This is my exercise machine. It's a single ploughshare on a broomstick handle. Though, to be honest, the handle could do to be a bit thicker. But I've just spent Saturday morning. It's just coming up to midday now, and it's bored me up. You wouldn't want to do it any later in the day. But look at that. What could be more satisfying than looking at a lovely row of freshly earthed up tatties? Anyway, things are moving on here, back in my allotment. Let's take you into the polytunnel to see progress in there. Here we go. And as you can see, we've got a few things getting organised here. I finally managed to get I think we've got cucumbers, melons, aubergine, a few marigolds, trying to accompany them, keep the pests off. And then we got on this side, goodness knows, I think those are squash and possibly courgette. No, I think that's something else down there. The trouble is I didn't label these things properly, or the labels got displaced, and I've virtually no idea what's coming up anyway. But there in the back, I can tell you we've got peppers, lots of sage here. Now, if anyone coming to one of our gigs wants me to bring them a few herbs or plants, let me know, and I'll bring them up, because I got loads left over, as I will show you. All the tomatoes are now in, all strung. And then going around here, you can see we've got some surplus tomato plants. So we've also got a lot of surplus basil, thyme, parsley, more peppers, surplus peppers, beetroot over there. You can't have me strawberries though. That's all for us. Anyway, yeah. So things are moving here. Don't forget, if you want some, just give me a shout. And over here in the caged area, loads of onions. I thought at first that the bulbs looked like they dried up a bit. I didn't think any of them would grow, but in fact they've all come up pretty well. In here I've got beetroot down there. I don't know if you can see through the mesh. Leeks, loads more cabbages, kale, early broccoli over there, which we're eating already. More cabbages down the bottom. Beetroot in there, cabbages, spring onions, and then over on the other side, I didn't have much luck with the I didn't have much luck with the carrots and the parsnips. I've planted them twice, and on each time they've not germinated. I think it's my guess is they've had too much heat on them, and they've dried out, and that is the enemy, I think, of all those little things. So I've got to plant those again. I'll probably do it in this area here. This is the other caged area, and I've got my beans in here. Beans and a few other things. That's all courgettes down here, again with some marigold plants, just to try and keep the slugs, and I think the slugs go for them first, and so do lots of other insects that would otherwise like to eat the beans. I've got some dwarf beans over in that single little file. All the runners are in now and staked. And here under the netting, I put them all under netting because in the past either the pigeons or various other animals, insects, will devour the lot. But I don't know if I ought to take the netting off now to let the pollinators get in there. because we got lots of flowers on the broad beans, which is encouraging. So as long as the black fly doesn't suddenly move in and demolish them, we'll be all right. But yeah, peas all down there, broad beans, and another spuds coming up my ears. So yeah, all looking good. Anyway, that's my tip for the day. So now that I've earned my reward, oh no, it's a bit early yet, isn't it? Got to wait for that sun to cross the yard arm, or in my case, across the polytunnel. Right, well, bye for now.